While the world keeps its eyes on Dubai's glittering skyline and Saudi Arabia's futuristic NEOM, Oman has quietly been preparing something far bigger than anyone imagined. In a stunning turn, this calm and humble nation is now building projects that could rival its richest neighbors, cities rising from deserts, ports transforming into global trade giants, and green industries rewriting the rules of the future. The question is, how did Oman pull off a shock this big without the world noticing? Stay with us to find out. Oman's passion for mega projects. For decades, Oman has built its progress quietly. Roads, ports, and dams were the backbone of the nation's development, each project reflecting a resource-based economy powered by oil and gas. You could see the practicality in every brick laid and every road stretched across the desert. For instance, the Wadi Al Jifnain flood protection dam near Muscat, which cost about 109 million euros, was designed not for grandeur, but for safety, to protect lives from flash floods. That was the Oman of yesterday, steady and cautious. But then something changed. In 2020, the Sultanate launched Oman Vision 2040, a national plan that completely reimagined the country's future. The vision wasn't just about building infrastructure, it was about reshaping identity. The message was clear: Oman would no longer rely solely on oil and gas. Instead, it would embrace innovation, sustainability, and large-scale transformation. Today, the skyline is dotted with cranes, and the maps are filled with bold new developments. Entire cities rising from the desert, green steel plants designed to power the future, massive tourism zones built to attract global visitors, and railway networks connecting every corner of the nation. It feels like a race against time, a quest to create something enduring before the oil wells run dry. But why did Oman take this sudden leap into the world of mega projects? Several forces are at play. First, diversification. Vision 2040 emphasizes breaking free from the old dependency on hydrocarbons and expanding into tourism, logistics, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing. Then comes global competition. Every Gulf nation is trying to attract investment, and Oman doesn't want to be left behind. Its location on the Arabian Sea gives it a natural advantage: open access to major trade routes, proximity to Asia and Africa, and vast stretches of undeveloped land, perfect for industrial and green energy ventures. The ambition runs even deeper. It's about improving life for citizens, providing jobs for the youth, and crafting a modern identity that stands proudly beside its neighbors. For example, the Sohar port and freezone alone have drawn more than $26 billion in investments, proving that the world is taking notice. By April 2025, Oman had more than $120 billion worth of active construction projects, with around $8.7 billion expected to be completed by 2026. That is, not just progress, it's a transformation on a scale that was unimaginable a generation ago. And now we turn to the first of these breathtaking ventures, a new city rising from the sands that promises to redefine urban living in Oman, Sultan Heyam City. When you walk through the Seeb area in Muscat today, it is hard to imagine that just a few years ago, this land was mostly dry and empty. But since 2023, it has been transforming into something that could change Oman's urban future forever. This place is the site of Sultan Heyam City, a name that now carries the weight of a bold national dream. The project was launched under the leadership of Oman's Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning as part of the National Spatial Strategy. The idea was simple but ambitious: to build a model city that shows what life in a modern, sustainable Oman could look like. It is not just another housing project, it is an entirely new urban world being built from the ground up. Planned for around 100,000 residents, Sultan Heyam City will include more than 20,000 residential units. But what makes it remarkable is its human-centered design. Imagine a city where you can walk through 2.9 million square meters of green parks, where every neighborhood is connected by smart transport, and where digital systems monitor energy use to keep the city clean and efficient. The plan includes 19 integrated neighborhoods, each designed to offer everything people need, from schools and shops to community spaces, all within walking distance. One of the most fascinating features is the transformation of a 7.5-kilometer dry riverbed into a beautiful public green park. It will serve not just as a leisure area, but also as a smart flood protection system. This creative use of natural geography shows Oman's growing expertise in blending engineering with environmental care. Of course, such a massive project comes with challenges. Building infrastructure for an entirely new community means managing transport, electricity, water, and communication networks all at once. Another challenge is ensuring that people actually move in. For the city to thrive, it needs not only buildings, but also vibrant communities. Making housing affordable while keeping it modern and sustainable is a delicate balance, and Oman's hot climate demands innovation in cooling systems and building materials to maintain comfort without wasting energy. Although the full cost of Sultan Heyam City has not been publicly shared, it stretches across a vast 14.8 million square meters. Construction began in 2023, with completion expected through the mid-2030s. By then, it could stand as the blueprint for how future Omani cities are designed: smart, green, and people-oriented. If it succeeds, Sultan Heyam City will not only redefine how Muscat grows, but also set a benchmark for the entire Gulf region. Yet just beyond this city's rising skyline, another transformation is already taking shape: a new coastal destination that could change how Oman lives and vacations by the sea. Yiddi Integrated Tourism Development. If you drive along the Muscat coastline, past the blue waters of the Sea of Oman, you will soon reach a place that feels like a new world in the making. This is the site of the Yiddi Integrated Tourism Development, one of the most ambitious coastal projects ever planned in the country. Announced in November 2021, this mega development is not just about luxury hotels or fancy villas. It is about building an entire living experience where sustainability meets modern leisure, all framed by Oman's stunning natural landscape. The project is being developed by Omran Group, Oman's official tourism development company, in collaboration with major Emirati and Saudi investors such as Dar Al Arkan. This partnership brings together regional expertise and capital, showing how Oman is opening its doors to cross-border cooperation in its journey toward Vision 2040. The scale of Yiddi is breathtaking. Spanning almost 11 million square meters, it is designed as a fully integrated tourism and real estate destination that includes hotels, homes, entertainment venues, offices, and retail spaces. The plan is to extend Muscat's urban and tourism offering, allowing the capital to grow gracefully along its beautiful shoreline. At the heart of the development is the sustainable city. Yiddi, a project valued at around $1 billion and covering 1 million square meters. This part of the plan focuses on eco-friendly living. Solar panels will power homes and public spaces, waste will be recycled and reused, and electric mobility will be encouraged. It aims to prove that luxury and environmental responsibility can exist side by side. The surrounding landscape adds another layer of wonder. On one side lies the calm blue sea, while the other is guarded by rugged mountains. This rare mix gives the area a dramatic beauty that few places in the world can match. Yet the road to such a grand dream is never smooth. Market conditions can change quickly, and tourism, as seen in recent years, is sensitive to global events. The developers must ensure that Yiddi does not grow faster than the demand. The first phase, covering 1 million square meters, represents an investment close to $1 billion, and some parts are expected to be completed by 2025 or 2026. If all goes well, Yiddi could become the symbol of how Oman merges nature with progress and builds a sustainable tourism economy that lasts for generations. But Oman's transformation does not stop at tourism. The next project takes us deep into the country's industrial heart, where a massive new project is turning Oman into a high-tech hub for heavy industry and manufacturing innovation. New city Salalah. A 2-hour flight from Dubai and 1.5-hour drive from Muscat, Salalah is already home to Oman's largest logistics port and is a popular tourist destination due to its access to nature and temperate climate, attracting over 1 million tourists in 2024. In 2021, Oman's Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning, working with the world-renowned design firm Sasaki, unveiled an extraordinary vision: New City Salalah. This project is not simply about expansion. It is about rewriting what an Omani coastal city can look like in the modern world. Spread across 7.3 square kilometers, the plan envisions a brand new city built along a 6-kilometer stretch of public beach. The aim is to blend urban life tourism, and nature so seamlessly that residents and visitors alike feel they are living inside a painting. The city will include around 12,000 new residential units designed to house about 60,000 people. Each of its 4 neighborhoods will be walkable, meaning people can move easily between homes, shops, parks, and cafes without needing to drive everywhere. The master plan also includes vibrant retail and hospitality zones, cultural spaces, and waterfront promenades meant to turn Salalah into a year-round destination for both tourists and locals. While many of Oman's recent mega projects have focused on Muscat, New City Salalah aims to transform the southern region of Dhofar into a major economic and cultural hub. It shows Oman's intent to develop all corners of the country, not just the center. The project is part of Oman's broader pipeline of about 33 billion reals, or roughly $85 billion, in nationwide development efforts. Construction was planned to start after late 2021 and will likely continue for many years. If completed as envisioned, New City Salalah could redefine the city as a world-class sea and sun destination, bringing new life to Dhofar's economy and tourism scene. Yet, this transformation story does not end here. Just beyond the coastline, another ambitious project is emerging, a port so massive that it could change Oman's place on the global logistics map forever. Sohar Port and Freezone. When you travel north from Muscat, along the coast of Al Badinah, you will eventually reach Liwa, a place that once was a quiet stretch of shoreline, but is now home to one of the most powerful symbols of Oman's economic transformation. This is the Sohar Port and Freezone, a colossal industrial and trade hub that has turned Oman into a key player on the global logistics map. It is not just a port, it is a statement that Oman intends to stand shoulder to shoulder with the world's most advanced economies. In 2002, the Omani government partnered with the Port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands. It was a visionary move. Rotterdam is one of the world's busiest and most efficient ports, and its expertise helped Oman fast-track its ambitions. Together, they built a deep-sea port and an enormous free zone covering nearly 4,500 hectares, a space so large it could fit several cities inside it. The purpose behind Sohar was clear. Oman wanted to use its unique location between Europe and Asia to attract trade, manufacturing, and logistics companies from around the world. Over the years, this strategy has paid off. More than $26 billion in investments have already poured into the port and free zone, creating a buzzing industrial ecosystem that includes petrochemicals, metals, logistics, and renewable energy ventures. The port can handle the world's largest ships, including Valemax-class vessels, which are among the biggest bulk carriers ever built. Its design cleverly combines the port, industrial estates, and free zones into one integrated network, allowing goods to move efficiently from sea to factory to market. This kind of synergy is what global investors look for, and Sohar delivers it with precision. The port's success depends heavily on global trade flows, which can shift due to economic downturns or regional instability. Oman also faces tough competition from nearby Gulf ports that are investing billions to attract the same shipping lines. Many experts now see it as the cornerstone of Oman's long-term vision to become a logistics and manufacturing hub for the wider region. If future railway links connect Sohar directly to the rest of the Gulf, the port could redefine trade routes across Asia and Africa. Beyond logistics and ports lies a project that dares to imagine an entirely new kind of industry, one that could make Oman a global name in green manufacturing. And what comes next might just change how the world sees the future of steel itself. Green Steel Plant Dukiem. In December 2022, a major step was taken when land was officially allocated for this project in the Special Economic Zone at Dukem, often called Cezad. Less than a year later, on November 27, 2023, the foundation stone was laid. The company behind it, Vulcan Green Steel, is a subsidiary of India's Jindal Steel Group, working in close partnership with Oman's Public Authority for Special Economic Zones and Free Zones, known as OPEZ. Together, they are building not just another factory, but an industrial symbol of the clean energy revolution. This fully integrated steel complex will produce up to 5 million metric tons of steel every year. What makes it revolutionary is its design. It is built to run on green hydrogen, a clean energy source made from water using renewable power. When complete, it could reduce carbon emissions by as much as 85% compared to traditional steel production methods. In an era where the steel industry contributes heavily to global emissions, such a reduction is nothing short of groundbreaking. The plant's process will include direct reduced iron, electric arc furnaces, and a hot strip mill, creating a complete steel production cycle within one complex. At full capacity, it could prevent more than 12 million tons of carbon dioxide emissions every year. The plan is to begin operations in stages, with the first module expected to start by December 2028 and the second by 2030. Hydrogen injection should begin around 2033, gradually replacing natural gas with green hydrogen by 2035. The estimated cost of $3 billion makes it one of the largest single industrial investments in Oman's history. Duqaim's remote location means the developers must build strong supply chains, energy networks, and housing for workers. If the project succeeds, Oman will not only reduce its carbon footprint, but also become a global hub for green steel exports. It will attract more clean energy industries and reinforce Duqaim's status as a city of the future. But every industrial hub needs to stay connected. The question now is, how will Oman link its growing cities, ports, and factories across such vast distances? The answer lies in the next megaproject, one that will tie the entire nation together in ways never seen before. Oman Rail Network. For decades, Oman relied mostly on roads and sea routes for the movement of goods and people. Now, it is preparing to build a nationwide rail system that could link its ports, cities, and borders for the first time in history. Stretching across 2,244 kilometers, the proposed network is one of the largest infrastructure undertakings in Oman's modern era. It aims to connect Sohar in the north, Duqaim in the center, and Salalah in the south, forming a continuous route that binds together the country's most important economic regions. The plan also includes connections to major free zones, industrial hubs, and tourist destinations, giving the project both commercial and social significance. The idea was launched by Oman's government through its transport and infrastructure authorities, aligning closely with the country's Vision 2040 goals. The purpose is to improve trade efficiency, reduce heavy road traffic, and create a smooth logistics link between ports, factories, and population centers. The rail network is also expected to support tourism by making travel between cities faster, safer, and more comfortable. What makes this project extraordinary is that Oman has never had a major passenger rail system before. Building such a network from the ground up means starting with a blank slate. It is a bold step for a country that once focused on roads and maritime trade. Engineers and planners are now working to bring trains into landscapes once dominated by dunes and highways. The project will need to cross rugged mountains and arid deserts, which makes construction costly and technically complex. Coordinating utilities, land acquisition, and multiple stakeholders adds more layers of difficulty. Still, the potential benefits are enormous. Once completed, the Oman rail network could lower freight costs across industries, reduce highway congestion, and make logistics faster and greener. It would connect remote regions to the country's industrial and economic heartlands, turning Oman into a regional trade hub linked to global supply routes through its major ports. As of 2025, over $120 billion worth of infrastructure projects, including the national rail, are in various stages of planning and development. A separate study is also exploring a Muscat metro system between 2030 and 2032, showing just how seriously Oman takes its future of mobility. Beyond infrastructure and industry lies a vision to reshape how Oman uses its land and resources, and the next project reveals a transformation that could change the very heart of its agricultural and environmental future. Al Najd Development Project. In October 2025, Oman's government joined hands with Japan's International Cooperation Agency, better known as JICA, to transform this little-known region into a powerhouse of agriculture. This partnership marks a new chapter for a nation long defined by its deserts and coasts. The plan is simple but deeply ambitious: turn Al Najd into a fertile agricultural hub that could feed not just Oman but possibly the wider region. For decades, Oman relied heavily on food imports. The government wants to change that by using Dhofar's unique water resources and fertile pockets of land to grow crops that can thrive even in dry conditions. With Japan's technology and experience in smart irrigation, the project could become a model for sustainable farming in the Gulf. Imagine a landscape where once empty plains begin to bloom with date palms, vegetables, and grains, supported by underground irrigation and renewable energy. For local farmers, this means steady jobs, modern equipment, and a chance to pass on their traditions to the next generation with dignity. For the country, it means security, food grown by its own hands rather than shipped from thousands of miles away. Oman is not just diversifying its economy, it is rethinking what progress means. Instead of building higher towers, it chooses to cultivate the land. This shift reveals a quiet confidence, a belief that growth can come from the ground up. Japan's involvement adds another layer of promise. JICA brings decades of expertise in turning challenging landscapes into productive farmland. Their partnership signals that Al Najd is not a local dream, but a global collaboration. Of course, the journey will not be easy. The Dhofar region faces tough weather patterns, unpredictable rainfall, and rising temperatures. Water management will decide the project's success or failure. Engineers are working to design efficient irrigation systems that recycle and reuse every drop. They are also training local communities to manage these systems, ensuring long-term sustainability rather than temporary results. So, Oman is quietly shaping a new identity for itself through these bold and diverse mega-projects. From the vast national rail network connecting distant ports to the green promise of Al Najd's farmlands, the country is moving beyond oil and into a future built on innovation, sustainability, and connection. Each project tells a story of vision, resilience, and a desire to secure a better life for future generations. What are your thoughts on Oman's transformation? Do you believe these projects will redefine its future? Share your thoughts in the comments.